Hey folks, welcome to one of my first videos. This is on the game War Robots. Now, I picked up this game a few years ago on my iPhone and iPad and have been sort of playing it on and off ever since. Recently I came across it on the PC, so it is actually available through Steam. It's a free game. Obviously there's a pay-to-play element in it, but it's been a lot of fun. So I'm just going to go through and show you some of the features of this game, and hopefully if you've got Steam, go and grab it. Definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great community backing it, so you know, with any game where there's sort of a nice background community where you can get tips and tricks and all sorts of content, you know, those sort of games are really appealing. And if I didn't mention it before, it is actually free. So let's just go through and I'll show you some of what this game's about, and hopefully if you like it, you'll go out and grab a copy. Okay, so the first thing is obviously your hangar. This is obviously where your robots are kept. Now, when you first start this game, you start off with one robot slot, but as you progress through the game, you can actually upgrade those slots to add additional robots. So I'll just go in quickly and show you. So if you go to change robot, you normally start with the little Destrio. So this is your starter bot. Basically just a little 2-weapon setup here. So you actually choose your different types of weapons for this robot. So I'm just adding a couple of small light weapons. Now each weapon slot has a light, medium or heavy factor to it. So you can actually, as you progress up, your robots get different slot types, so you can equip different types of weapons. So when you're choosing a weapon, obviously, you know, you're looking at things like damage, range, the reload times. So just for an example, we'll equip a different weapon here. So obviously this is a flaming weapon that I've just equipped. Great little weapon in the game. Obviously a little bit of skill getting to aim it and to make sure you're doing maximum damage. But it has a consistent sort of output and then a reload time. So these sort of weapons are really great in the game. Unfortunately, you don't tend to sort of see these weapons until you level up till about 15 and onwards. But yeah, as a general rule of thumb, weapons are kind of the key to the game. So you know, you'll always get different robot chassis, but weapons kind of remain the same, and it's a matter of equipping and upgrading the right sort of weapon types. So I'll just remove these now, obviously because I don't use this chassis anymore. So one of the largest elements with this game is upgrading your robots and your weapons. Now when you're starting off, I can't recommend this enough, upgrade your weapons first. You know, you'll always have those sort of weapons and you'll be able to use them across different bots, but the robots themselves, just level them up to a point. So I'm going to show you for example my Scorpion. So this is one of my favorite bots in the game at the moment. It's a fairly new robot, just came out about a month and a half ago. This robot has been a lot of fun. If you ever get a chance to pick up one of these, definitely it's an enjoyable way to play war robots these days. But when you're doing upgrades, so in this case I'll be upgrading to the next level from 9 to 10, and so as you can see with each upgrade it either adds hit points, speed. This is the built-in weapon that the Scorpion has, so obviously it does more damage as you upgrade the robot, but it comes at a cost, so silver. So as you can see, I've only got 37 million silver left here, and it's 36 to upgrade this to the next level. So obviously a little bit pricey for me to do that at the moment, but basically all my robots, so basically go and try and upgrade the cheapest first. So for example, upgrading the Rhine weapons on the Blitz, it's a 17 million cost, so they'll sort of be the next weapons to get an upgrade. and as you see from the next upgrade, it pluses 96 damage, and the freeze effect that this weapon has increases by another 3%. So making sure that you upgrade those weapons is definitely the way to go in this game. I found that in the early game I was upgrading the robots to get sort of more durability and be able to stay in the fight longer, but if you're not dealing that damage, it tends to get a sort of very difficult game sort of mid-play, just because everyone's got higher level weapons and they can basically shoot your bot down before you even get to do anything. Weapons range is a very big thing in this game. So depending how far you are in the game, will depend on if you're a ranged weapon player, a mid-level player, mid-range player, and a short-range player. So I'm sort of transitioning from that mid-range to sort of short-range brawling. So all of my weapons are basically close-in brawling weapons. So most effective within sort of 100 meters to 0 meter range. You get nice and close and deal your maximum amount of damage. So I mean, this is a shotgun style weapon, and it has a 500 meter range, but at 500 meters you're barely doing any damage. The closer you get to the target, the more damage it does. So you've got like projectile shotgun weapons, and then like the Corona, which is a energy shotgun. These weapons are very effective within that close range sort of brawling distance. I'll show you some action clips later in the game where it demonstrates brawlers versus long range. Some of the maps have quite a long range to them, so it does help to have a little bit of range. Just enable you to deal a bit of damage before getting within that sort of close combat sort of stance. In my next video I'll go through some of the more advanced features of this game, but basically we want to get into a battle. So the nice big orange button on the top right there is a dead giveaway. We click to battle. Now in the Steam version there's not as many battle options, obviously, because there's not as many players, so quick match and skirmish are available right off the bat. Sometimes the skirmish will change modes, so you won't see the skirmish. But quick match, it's essentially just as easy as clicking that and going to battle. So depending on how many players are on will depend what sort of time it takes to get into the game, in this case quite quickly. So dropping into battle, you choose your first bot. Now carrier map, which is this one here, it's sort of a great map to get in close range because there's plenty of places to hide, move up through cover. So in front of us we got a little blitz. So we'll follow him up. Okay, we're going up against a full squad, so some of the other players are botting out. But we'll see if we can deal a bit of damage to Peru. Okay. So you're going to get games where players are absolutely maxed out. For me, I've got no hope of winning this match with my team. But you get games like this, so just persevere through it. Play as well as you can. It gives you a great opportunity to practice with lots of your skills. So even if you are going to get beaten, don't bot out. I mean, no one likes a quitter, right? You just keep playing through and do the very best you can. So as you see, like, I've got a different range of bots that have different abilities, and as you progress through the game, you know, each one has a sort of unique style to it. That's what I love about this game. You know, it's you can change your gameplay based on your robot, your weapons type. We're getting absolutely crushed in this one, but do what you can. So as you see, a lot of the players are sort of given up. Peru are a very strong clan. I've played many a game against these guys. They're really good players, really high level stuff. Big shout out to the guys there. We've had lots of games, but you just gotta grin and take it sometimes. Losing is part of any game. Yep, so that's pretty much me. I'm botted out, but as you can see, you know, there's only one member left in my team. But this is probably a really good demonstration of how much carnage can go on throughout a game. So as you're waiting for the next, or this match to end, you can actually scroll through and see what the other players are doing. So that's a complete defeat. Now, for each battle that you play, you get points, which go towards getting resources or to leveling you up to the next sort of level. If you've got pilots on your robot, you get a little bit of pilot experience, so these helps level it up. So I'll go through all of this in more detail next time I do a video. But yeah, big shout out to the guys at Peru. Thanks for absolutely kicking the crap out of us. But no, that's how the game goes. I'll get games where, you know, I'll be the over-leveled one and absolutely destroy the battlefield, but then you get games where you're the underling and get absolutely destroyed, and that's kind of the motivation for me to keep leveling up and get a bit better and practice at using my bot's abilities better. You just, yeah, don't quit, guys. It's a game, and you know, everyone gets sort of points and scores for battling it out, so persevere and work your way through it. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for joining me with my first video. I hope it's been helpful. I can't recommend enough, if you have a computer and have Steam installed, get this game. You're going to really enjoy it. Again, it is free, and it doesn't use a lot of resources on your computer, so you can have a sort of older computer and play this game quite well. I mean, if your computer's about the same sort of strength as an iPad or iPhone, you're going to be able to play this game. So, you know, it's not heavy on the 3D graphics, so you don't need the latest and greatest 3D effects cards to play this game. In my rig now, I'm playing it with the GTX 660, so, you know, again, you don't need ridiculous specs to play this game, and I'm pretty much playing it at full resolution. Yeah, so guys, enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe, please. And if you want to see more content, or if you'd like to know more, pop a comment in the comments below, and I'll get back to you soon, and hopefully get you into the game. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys, and enjoy War Robots.